Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Job, the 34th chapter. Furthermore, Elihu answered and said, Hear my words, O ye wise men, and give ear unto me, ye that have knowledge. For the ear trieth words, as the mouth tasteth meat. And that's what Job said, right? But basically, as he's saying, right, the ear's job is to try your words, is to make sense of it, is to examine what it's hearing, just as the mouth's job is to taste the food that it's eating. Let us choose to us judgment. Let us know amongst ourselves what is good. So, just as the ear does its job and the mouth does its job, NLT, so let us discern for ourselves what is right. Let us learn together what is good. For Job hath said, I am righteous, and God hath taken away my judgment. So he's making the claim that he's righteous, but the Most High is withholding justice from him. Should I lie against my right? My wound is incurable without transgression. Let's read that. NLT, I am innocent, but they call me a liar. He's quoting Job now, right? He's saying this is Job's claim. My suffering is incurable, though I have not sinned. What man is like Job, who drinketh up scorning like water? So he's like, who else do you know like Job, who can endure this much scorning? Which goeth in company with the workers of iniquity, and walketh with wicked men. So he's saying this guy is basically in league with workers of iniquity, with the things he's saying. For he hath said, it profiteth a man nothing that he should delight himself with God. I.e., what does a man get for pleasing the Most High? Therefore hearken unto me, ye men of understanding. Far be it from God that he should do wickedness. The Most High does not do wickedness. And from the Almighty that he should commit iniquity. For the work of a man shall he render unto him. So you get your just due. For the things you do, that's how the Lord renders recompense unto you. And cause every man to find according to his ways. Meaning, whatever you do, the ways in which you live, the judgment or the justice that will come will be based on that. Yea, surely God will not do wickedly, neither will the Almighty pervert judgment. Who hath given him a charge over the earth? Or who hath disposed the whole world? So is there anybody that put the world in in the care of the Lord? Was there anybody that says, I'm entrusting this into your hand? Or who has disposed the whole world? Let's go into that word disposed. Shawam, to place, to appoint, right? To be set, to fix. So basically, who set it up? Who set up the world? These are rhetorical questions, by the way. If he set his heart upon man, if he gather unto himself his spirit and his breath, all flesh shall perish together, and man shall turn again into dust. So if the Most High decided to take back his spirit onto him, we would all die. Everything, all living things would just die and turn to dust. If now thou hast understanding, hear this, hearken to the voice of my words. Shall even he that hateth right govern? And wilt thou condemn him that is most just? He says here, should one who hates justice govern? Will you condemn him that is most just? Is it fit to say to a king, thou art wicked? Or to princes, you are ungodly? How much less to him that accepteth not the persons of princes, nor regardeth the rich more than the poor? So you can't even, say to a king that they're wicked. You can't even tell princes that they're ungodly. How much less for the Most High, who doesn't regard or is not a respect of persons, whether you're a prince or a king or whatever. Nor regardeth the rich more than the poor, for they are all the work of his hands. So he doesn't show favor, oh, this guy's more rich, let me judge him this way versus this guy. Because we're all creations of the Lord. In a moment shall they die, and the people shall be troubled at midnight, and pass away, and the mighty shall be taken away without hand. It says here, In the NLT, in a moment they die, in the middle of the night they pass away. The mighty are removed without human hand, going into the fragility of human life, right? For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings. So the Lord, he witnesses everything, right? He's everything that we do, our ways, our thoughts, our paths. He sees it all. He sees it all. There is no darkness, no shadow of death, nor shadow of death, where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves. There's nowhere you can hide yourself from the eyes of the Lord. For he will not lay upon man more than right, that he should enter into judgment with God. So it says here in the NIV, God has no need to examine people further, that they should come before him for judgment. He doesn't need you to come up into a whole a court situation with him to have to give you a special examination. He already sees and knows everything about you. He shall break in pieces mighty men without number, and set others in their stead. Meaning, like, this is going into like the power of the Lord, right? He's able to break and shatter those that were considered mighty and just replace them. Therefore he knoweth their works, and he overturneth them in the night, so that they are destroyed. Right? So he knows the deeds of both the righteous and the wicked, and he brings judgment upon them, and then they're destroyed. Right? If they're wicked. He striketh them as wicked men in the open sight of others. So the the judgment upon the wicked, the Lord brings it upon them openly, for everybody to see, for everybody to witness, because they turned back from him and would not consider any of his ways, so that they caused the cry of the poor to come unto him, and he heareth the cry of the afflicted. See, so they disregard the ways of the Lord. They oppress the poor and the afflicted, to where they cry unto the Lord, and the Lord hears their cry. When he giveth quietness, then who can make trouble? So if the Most High brings peace, who can bring trouble? And when he hideth his face, then who can behold him? If the Most High was to conceal himself, who can find him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a single man. So if the Lord is dealing one-on-one with someone, or he's dealing with a nation, it's the same, right? Nobody has the power to overpower the Lord, or to do that which is against his will. Okay, if the Lord says no, and he's made it so, nobody has the power to overturn that. That the hypocrite reign not, lest the people be ensnared. And when you go into that word hypocrite, it also goes into also that ungodly. No, that's the wrong word. Hypocrite, I believe it's this one down here. Right. So it says hypocritical, godless, profane. So the Lord does this so that the godless or the ungodly don't get to reign, right? NLT, he prevents the godless from ruling, so they cannot be a snare to the people. Surely it is meet to be said unto God, I have borne chastisement, I will not offend any more. That which I see not, teach thou me. If I have done iniquity, I will do no more. So here, right, he's basically saying, who, and NKJV, for as anyone said to God, I have borne chastisement, so I've carried and endured your chastening, and I'm not going to sin anymore. Verse 31, that which I see not, teach thou me. So wherever I may have overlooked, you show it to me, right? If I've done any wrong, you just explain it to me, and then I'm not going to do it anymore. Should it be according to thy mind? He will recompense it whether thou refuse or whether thou choose. So he's saying, is the Most High supposed to withhold judgment and justice before he comes and confers with you and explains to you, well, you did this, that, and that wrong, and this, and that right, and so make sure you don't do this anymore. He's saying here, the Lord's going to bring the justice whether you accept it or not. Right? Thou choose and not I. He's saying that the choice here is, let me see. Right, in the NLT it says, no, actually let's read the, right, NIV. It says, should God then reward you on your terms when you refuse to repent? You must decide, not I. So tell me what you know. NKJV, should he repay it according to your terms, just because you disavow it? You must choose and not I. Therefore, speak what you know. So as right, the point that he's making once again is like, is the Most High's recompense dependent upon you or what you want? No. Verse 34, let men of understanding tell me, and let a wise man hearken unto me. Job hath spoken without knowledge, and his words were without wisdom. My desire is that Job may be tried unto the end because of his answers for wicked men. So he's saying, I want him to be tried unto the fullest extent because of the things that he spoke. NLT, Job, you deserve the maximum penalty for the wicked way you have talked. For he added rebellion onto his sin. So not only did he sin, but now he's rebelling against the Lord on top of that, trying to justify himself. He clappeth his hands among us, meaning he behaves himself proudly among us, and multiplieth his words against God. And the irony of all this is in what the Lord's take of this actually is, right? Which we'll find out at the end. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the book of Job, the 34th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.